Hello, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Reality Dreams official travel launch. We are so excited for Fiona to get started in this travel business, and we are excited to have her share just a little bit about why she actually started the travel business. Fiona, why did you start the travel business?
Okay, so good night, everyone. Thanks for coming. I started the travel business because I fell in love with travel. Literally. When I was two, I fell out of the house just to get on the road. And I live in one of the world's most leading travel destinations. Y'all know where that is. And would I really be a Generation Z if I didn't become an entrepreneur? I mean, having a boss is great, but being your own boss, that's the real cake. Anyways, let's get to the good stuff. Tammy?
Oh, Fiona, that was awesome. I love it. And why not? And yes, you actually do. Jamaica, you're in the best
Yeah,
place on earth almost, right? Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well, let me introduce a couple of people on here for everybody. Everybody knows Fiona. My name is Tammy Stahl, and I am from Columbus or Sunbury, Ohio, a little small town in Ohio. And then we have the famous Toby Rose on here, and he is here from Clint, Maine, helping out tonight. And then we have Cassie. Cassie is also from Maine. And Cassie, what city are you in?
I'm actually in Lewiston.
Lewiston. I couldn't
Yep.
remember. They're all close to Portland, so I just should say Portland, but that's okay.
Seriously.
So that's just a little bit of who was going to be talking tonight. I'm excited to get started. Thank you so much, Fiona, for that wonderful introduction for sure. Now, everybody that hops on here tonight, make sure that you say hi because it's very important. Stay tuned until the very end. Make sure you say hi in the comments because you're going to be entered into a drawing. We'll be giving away a vacation voucher to one lucky person tonight, but you have to be present to claim your voucher. So make sure that you stay on. We're not going to keep you very long. It's only going to be about 30 minutes. So give Fiona that 30 minutes to let us explain the travel business to everybody, okay? All right. Oh, Toby, I went too far. All right, so let's talk travel. That is actually one of my favorite topics is travel. And if you actually go on there and you put something on Facebook, guess what? That's also going to be a favorite topic, especially now because everybody's ready to get out for sure. So our number one question is it safe to travel? And the answer is absolutely it's safe. And the thing is that you actually will go out. And I just want a couple things here is that I went to Maine last week and there was definitely precautions that were put out there. We actually had when you were getting, of course, social distancing, like we just had our mask and everything else, I did have to have a negative COVID test, but they were also cleaning the plane way more than they have ever done in my lifetime. And I actually worked at the airport, so I could see the people cleaning the planes. But there was so many. I mean, I could count them how many people were cleaning the planes. They actually had the HEPA filters, and they actually, like I said, had the social distancing, no sitting in the middle seats for sure. But there are several things in our lifetime that changes things in our life. The first one, of course, was 9/11, where TSA was created. And that created tons of safety for us on an airplane. And I know that there were people that were afraid to get on an airplane back then, but I can tell you that we are 100% safe right now when it comes to that, that TSA was created for that. And then the other event that's happened, obviously, is our pandemic that's happening right now. All of these measures that are being put into place right now, I believe 100% that they're going to go into the future. And that goes for the airlines. And when the cruises start also, they're going to put those extra things into place also because they don't want anybody to get sick. Nobody wants anybody to get sick. So the number two question is, Toby, I'm going to throw this one to you. Are people still traveling?
You just said it, Tammy. You just came up to see me. I've recently went down to Boston, traveled over to Providence. People never stop traveling. Traveling nurses, doctors, surgeons, you name it. They never had the option to stop traveling. Obviously, leisure travel had to slow down, but travel never stopped. And now we're seeing the boom. The boom is just beginning. I can't keep up with some of the quotes that I have at the moment. So good thing that I have a team at the same time. Um, but of course, people are still traveling. It never stopped, Tammy.
It did not, absolutely did not stop. All right, the number 3 question is, what is the importance of travel insurance? This is actually one of my favorite topics to talk about is travel insurance, because I get to educate people on travel insurance. Usually people think of travel insurance is if I can't go on the trip, then I get my money back. And absolutely, that is for travel insurance. That is truly what it is for. But it is for so much more too. So it is also for if you go down and, you are down in Mexico and say, you broke your leg or something, you go into the Mexican hospital. Guess what? They're not going to accept our US medical insurance. So that's what travel insurance will pay for. If you have travel insurance, you get hurt when you're traveling, they're actually going to pay for the entire bill related to that travel. So that could be a huge thing for you to be able to get that travel insurance. Now, I have to go back to Mexico. Even if I went to Maine, I'm guessing Maine would not accept my Ohio insurance. Okay. So it is definitely even by state that you can't go and you can have that medical coverage. And the story I like to tell is somebody that went down, one of our fellow travel agents did not carry insurance, and she went down, broke her leg, and she was actually stuck with a $30,000 hospital bill. In Mexico, they wouldn't let her go anywhere. Before she was released, they made her pay. So, you can tell you're on the phone with all those family members going, hey, can I have $10,000? And if she had travel insurance, that would have covered the complete thing. So don't go anywhere without travel insurance. It's a wonderful peace of mind for you to be able to have that travel insurance. So Cassie, I'm going to give you one of those questions if you're ready. So number 4 is, what type of restrictions have current events caused in travel?
Absolutely. So as we all know, there is, you wear a mask wherever you go, you keep your distance. Like you said, some places you need a negative COVID test. It's really just on a destination by destination basis or state by state basis. But go to Fiona. She's going to know what the restrictions are. She can guide you toward those answers so that you're ready to go and you don't have any troubles along the way, for sure.
Absolutely. Fiona is going to have those answers. And that goes right into, goes right into number 5. What are the benefits of using a travel agent? That's a huge one right now, is because she's going to know exactly what the restrictions are. You don't have to do any research. She's going to find that out for you. But also that .com that you may order, book your travel on, they're not going to have your best interest in mind, but I can guarantee you Fiona is going to have your best interest in mind without a doubt. She is going to look after you. She's going to give you the best place to go. She's going to give you reviews. She's going to schedule everything, excursions and everything that you would ever want. She can get that scheduled for you. So Toby, number 6, does it cost anything for people to use Fiona as a travel agent? And how does she get paid?
She gets paid by the vendor. So no matter who you book through, whether it be Disney, Marriott, one of the all-inclusives, you name it, you book through them, they're going to pay them the commission. So Fiona is getting paid by those vendors. If anything, she's going to save you money and peace of mind because she's looking out for your best interest to make sure you get the room you want, you get the best price, save you money, and she's still getting paid.
Yes, she is. So did you hear him say it doesn't cost you anything to use Fiona as your travel agent? She's free. Why not take advantage of it, right? She actually knows a lot about travel. As she said, she's been traveling all of her life. So she knows exactly what it is. So why not take advantage of her skills for sure? All right, number 7, passports. Do you need them to go on a cruise? Well, The correct answer is no, you really don't need them to go on a cruise. But Fiona, as a travel agent, is going to tell you, yes, you need them to go on a cruise because she highly recommends you doing that. And I'm going to go back to that broken leg again. So you're on a cruise, you stop in Cancun, you break your leg, the doctor doesn't want to release you from the hospital for whatever reason. Well, you don't have a choice because you don't have a passport. You can't get off. And the other thing is if there was any kind of an emergency whatsoever and you're on a cruise and you had to dock somewhere, if you don't have a passport and you're not in the United States, you cannot be airlifted out. You cannot get on a plane to get out. So definitely have your passport in hand when you go on a cruise. Now, Toby says that the wonderful way is that when you have a passport, you have the world in your hands at your fingertips. You can get on a plane anywhere, anytime, and enjoy the world. I know we all have a travel bucket list that we need to check off those marks for sure. So at number 8, Toby, this question, I know you do an amazing job and I know it's your favorite question, but I can find cheaper rates online.
I don't know if it's my favorite question or the most heard question I hear that I love to battle. Because you can definitely find a cheaper rate online, but you can also go sit through a 2 to 3 hour presentation on why you need a timeshare. And you're going to have to say no 67 times before they let you out of that room. But also, when you find those cheaper rates, say it's cruises, they're not including those port fees and taxes. Hotels, they're not including those local taxes that are never included in those .com sites. So when you go to Fiona, she's going to make sure all of those fees are included. So what you see is what you get. You're going to get exactly the room that you want instead of that cheaper room being under the stairs or behind the elevator or right beside the buffet or the bathrooms or whatever it is. The hotel rooms that those resorts or hotels can't get rid of. She's going to make sure that you get the best room. She's going to make sure that you get the best price and exactly what you want for your vacation, let alone a reduced deposit and a payment plan. So I can't give you any more reasons to book with Fiona except all the above.
You know what? I'm so glad you mentioned about the low deposits and a payment plan. That is one thing that a travel agent can do for you. That is actually one of the biggest benefits of having a travel agent, that they actually can do that. I know Toby's done that probably almost every single client that he has. He set up a low deposit and a payment plan. As long as you're paid off before like 45 days to 60 days prior to departure, then you are actually good to go. That is an exciting thing. So I'm going to show you a little bit about booking with Fiona and what that looks like. We have actually taken a few of these just in general locations and airports to go from, but this one is Cancun, Mexico, round trip flights to and from Cancun from Chicago. Now I know that if you are, I think you're in Baltimore now, Fiona. So if you need to get to Fiona or from Baltimore to Cancun, we can definitely get that done too. Hotel stay is 6 nights. Resort credits, $200. Round trip transportation to and from the hotel to the airport. VIP inclusives, and that includes your taxes and fees, all for $2,248.50. Now, I would love to go down to Cancun right there. We actually are all going to be there. Most of us are going to be there in February, and I cannot wait. But that pool also, there's so many different places I want to go. Actually, I don't even care if I go in this bed right here. Looking out on that palm trees, why not? That scenery is absolutely amazing. All right, Toby, can we talk Vegas?
Yes, please. We were just there in February and I'm so ready to go back already.
Me too.
We have those round trip flights from Chicago to Vegas and a king room for 6 nights at the Mirage, your VIP South Rim tour of the Grand Canyon, $20 daily for food and beverage, all of those taxes and fees included, like I was telling you about before, for $1,590. Not bad at all, especially when we talked about those low deposits and payment plans. You can put your deposit down today and pay till next year, a little bit month by month, and you don't realize it until you're going on vacation next month.
Yes, absolutely. I love those payment plans for sure. For sure. Well, we are going to get Cassie. She is the queen of the mouse. She loves Disney. This is her all-time favorite. So she's going to tell you about this trip for a family of 4. Cassie.
Yes, Disney is one of my absolute favorite places, if not the most favorite place that I love to go to. So this is actually going to be for a 6-night stay at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort on my personal bucket list, if I do say so myself. This is going to include your 4-day theme park tickets. I highly recommend at least 4 days, especially if you've never been, if not more. This is going to include your memory maker, your round trip transportation to and from the hotel to the airport, so you don't have to worry about Uber, Lyft, front of your car, any of that. Your travel protection, your taxes and fees included. And for all of you to go, it's just $4,792.90. So that's a steal for me.
Amazing. Yes, it is. And, like I told you, she's the Disney queen. So she says you need a memory maker and you need 4-day theme parks. You definitely need it. Okay. You definitely need it. All right. So now we're actually talking about those cruises. They are coming in 2021. And I can guarantee you right now, those cruises are filling up because people are wanting to go. So if you are wanting a cruise in 2021, you better get on the phone right now with Fiona and say what you want. But this one's a 5-day cruise for 2, and we have the interior, and look here, taxes and port fees included. Remember, we're not going to give you something that doesn't include everything. Interiors, $2,033. Balcony, $2,493, but you kind of know I skipped some of these. And the suite right there is $2,893.08. I am definitely going for the suite if it's only going to be $800. I think everybody on here agrees with that for sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. All right. Did you know that travel agent makes commissions on bookings like cruises, hotels, theme parks, all-inclusives? I bet you didn't know, concert and events. So if there's a concert, a pressing concert that you want to go see when they open back up, get with Fiona. She can get that for you, okay? Or an NFL game. They're actually going on right now. She can provide those tickets for you. Also, car rentals. Now, Fiona does absolutely love her business, and she loves making commissions off of that. But if you yourself are overworked, underpaid, looking for a home-based business, or you're actually even looking for an additional income stream, this is actually where we're going to show you what you could make as being a travel agent. Okay. First of all, we have this frequent traveler, 3-night hotel, 3 times a month, booked through your portal, and your commission is going to be $192.74. A couple of things with this. You get your own website once you become a travel agent with us. And so you don't even have to do anything. You just need to give your website to this person and they book it on yourself. So it's an amazing thing to be able to get $192 for doing nothing, really. Now I'm going to actually have Toby go over this one because this was actually one of his, actually within a year of being in the business, he booked this. So I'm going to actually have him go over this.
Yes, ma'am. So it was kind of a coworker, a work friend. But he came to me and he needed a honeymoon. They have no idea where they wanted to go. And Jamaica is honestly my favorite place to go. And so I sent them to a luxury all-inclusive, complete with butler service for 6 nights. When they got there, they had a bottle of sparkling wine and strawberries waiting for them. And I made $487. And that didn't even take me an hour to book that trip.
Oh, and I went to Jamaica back in October last year, and I'm so missing Jamaica. So I know Fiona is definitely missing Jamaica. You better get out of town quick, right, Fiona? All right. So I told you Cassie was the Disney queen. This is actually one of her bookings, her very first booking as being a travel agent. I'm going to have her talk about this one.
Yeah, so actually, this was after only being in the business for maybe, I don't know, a month or 2. I booked this trip, and my family member came to me and said, "Hey, listen, we need a trip to Disney. It's been so long since we've been, so we need tickets for all 5 of us to go down to Disney. And while we're there, we're going to go to Universal too." So I booked them a 6-day, 5-night family vacation. This included their park tickets, they had dining plans, they did photo pass, they did those 2 days in Universal. And for a few clicks here and there and a little bit of conversation back and forth, I made a $902 commission.
Amazing, right? $902. So question I have for you, Cassie, is prior to you becoming a travel agent, did your family and friends come to you and say, hey, can you help me out and book this Disney trip for me?
Of course, I'm the Disney connoisseur, of course.
Of course. Hey, did Disney give you a paycheck prior to that?
No, and they should have.
No. So what she did is she turned her passion of Disney, and I turned my passion of travel into an amazing income. Some of the highest billionaires, millionaires in the world will tell you to have the passion and you will never work again in your life. And that's exactly how I feel all the time when I'm on talking about travel, for sure. All right, so this is another one of our teams. This is a 5-day group cruise, 30 cabins, have one booking really, and you're booking at 30 different times, and you're making $2,481 for this. $2,481. Isn't that amazing? Now, I want you to think about all of these added up together. That's probably almost like $4,000, pretty close, 3,500, 4,000, somewhere around there. Think about what that would do for your income, your household income. And that's an example of just what you could make with our company, for sure. All right, now, Fiona, you have a Facebook group, our page, business page. I'm sure, what is it called?
Reality Dreams.
Reality Dreams. I just love that. Give her a chance and let her book your next adventure, for sure. Make sure you are following her on Facebook. Reach out to her any way possible. And this is actually going to be a warning for anybody that's hopping on. We actually need you to make sure that you're saying hi to us. I don't know if there was any questions on there or not, but make sure that you're saying hi. I'm going to give you a couple more minutes just to chat here before I stop my share and have Cassie do the giveaway tonight. Anybody else? I'm going to do a final call here of anybody that wants to make sure that they say hi to be entered into the drawing. Last one. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Cassie, let's spin it.
Let's go.
Who is it? Oh, there it is. LJ Ellis. All right. All right. Congratulations. Fiona will get that off to you here shortly, for sure. And the last thing that we have on our slide is actually some closing comments. Fiona, do you have any closing comments to your friends?
Yes, I want to thank you. Thank you all for coming tonight. I know everyone is busy, but I'm grateful for you to be here. Thank you to Tammy, to Cassie, to Toby. And for those watching the replay, make sure you comment to replay, be entered into another drawing. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome, Fiona. So she is going to give anybody that says hashtag or replay, she's going to have you entered into the drawing again to give another voucher away. How amazing. All right, Toby, do we have any closing remarks on your end?
Just thank you so much, Fiona, for having us be part of your launch. I can't wait to see the amazing things you're going to do. And thanks for everybody for taking your time out of your busy nights. I appreciate you all. Have a great night.
Yes, and this is a Friday night, so I'm excited to have people on here tonight. So again, thank you all for coming. Fiona definitely appreciates it. Make sure that you give her a chance to earn your business. Next time you're traveling, just shoot her an email or a message or a text anywhere that you need. And as you guys are all doing that, I'm going to go find this hammock somewhere and I'm going to say good night, and I will see you on the beaches of the world. Thanks, guys. Good night.
Bye.